There's a few things I want to touch on that's been really, really irritating me. One are how Chase has won his races, like his 3 races this season. Of course, I go on Twitter and someone's arguing with one of the people I know. Well, on Twitter, people I know on Twitter. She said something about, I'm amazed by Chase, and of course, a Kyle Busch fan. I'm not saying all Kyle Busch fans are this way, but a good majority of them are obnoxious, just like their driver. But like, no, he's not. It's like saying he's not amazing. Like, no one's saying he's amazing. He's far from being amazing, but he's getting the job done in winning these races and closing them out. So Kyle Busch fan was just getting all obnoxious, and then someone else responded for the stupidest thing about until he, like, Chase has like the stats Busch has and sweeps and this and that and da. I'm like, where in the original post was she talking about Kyle Busch? And why are we comparing stats to someone who's been in the Cup Series for over a decade? Yes, has plenty of success, extremely talented, but you're trying to compare someone else's success and experience over someone that's been in this series for almost 3 seasons now. Obviously, Busch is going to have more experience and more wins and a championship under his belt and the stats that he has and blah, blah, blah. I get it. It's amazing. But you can't compare a driver who's been in the sport a lot longer than Chase has and has accomplished more to someone who's only 22 years old, literally like a decade younger than Busch, and has now won just 3 races. Yes, he's only won 3 races. Who cares? It's only his 3rd year. He's going to have so many years of winning races and championships, and it's just, and people just keep making excuses after excuses that Chase only won all of the races he won based on luck. So a Busch fan said that's like the only reason he won all these races was based on luck. I'm sorry, but clearly you don't know how to drive a race car. And 2, how is holding off at the defending champion and a winner at 2 of the previous road course races for 30 laps and almost losing it in turn 1 on the last lap not take skill? How is that based on luck? He had like the fastest car the entire race. Besides the end of stage 1, he was up front the entire time, pacing Kyle Busch, passing Kyle Busch. Like, people are like, if it wasn't for Busch's this thing on pit road, he would have won. And I'm like, oh my god, this woulda, coulda, shouldas need to stop. And with Dover, people have said, oh, he got super lucky at Dover with Kevin Harvick and his tire issues on pit road and da. I'm sorry, but aren't you, as a veteran, like your picker should know better to say, hey, here are all the lug nuts on the car. So that was on the pit crew for Kevin Harvick, and Chase capitalized, and he's always good running at Dover. He only has one finish outside the top 10 at Dover, and that was in the spring, and he finished 12th. But this time was different. He had a fast car. In those final restarts, he was up front in position on extremely old tires, like extremely old tires, older than what Danny had on his car. The first restart, phenomenal. Like he just went by, and then that caution came out. So another restart. This is the final restart, and he got a push from Eric Jones to just get by Hamlin, and we just sailed from there. If that doesn't take skill, I don't know what does. He usually, like in the past, restarts would kick his ass. Like he was not good at them. He's gotten way better at them. Was he say he's perfect? No, but he's got so much better. Dover, he was just like phenomenal on those restarts. So doing that takes skill, not luck. And Chase always says, you're not running out there based on luck. You're just running out there because you're putting yourself there. Your crew is putting you there. It's like, and just this yesterday, he was in position to win. He was pacing Harvick near the end of that race, like with about 50 laps to go or something like that, before they went for green flag stops with the final pit stops. He was within 0.6 of a second on that run, so they were pacing him pretty well, sharing the same line and everything. But Harvick, again, screwed himself by speeding on pit road, and people were like, he got lucky. I'm like, no, it's called Harvick doesn't know how to. But Harvick, as a veteran, should know not the freaking speed on pit road when it comes down to winning a race. But winning a race don't matter to him because he already has 7 on the season and has already advanced into the round of 8 before the round of 12 even started. So he may have been dominant for Dover and Kansas, but Chase was just in position and capitalized. Their pit crew was just on point. Every single stop was just like boom. And they took advantage on that final pit stop and went. So just now, I want to advise that I'm not trying to pick on the driver and this and that, but I'm still not convinced Suarez should be in the Cup Series. What has he really accomplished? Really? What does he accomplish? He got thrown into the ride last year. None. And that's about it. He's just been thrown into the ride. He's caused issues on track quite a bit. He caused an issue on track yesterday with Bowman. And I said on Twitter, like, why the hell does Suarez have a ride? He's just not good. He's not. Like, out of the whole Gibbs organization, he's the one who they never talk about because he's just awful. Like, super, super bad. And this leads me to the argument I'm like rant about to say. Someone was just defending the crap out of Suarez. He's such a great driver, and this and that. He needs more time. It's like, why are people making excuses for Suarez? But when it came to Chase, it was like, I expect him to do this and this and this and this right this second and win races and be consistent and da 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 da. But with Suarez, when he's not performing well, it's like, oh, just give him time. Give him time. I'm like, he's in his second year. I'm not giving him any more time. He should have had it figured out after the first year. Second year, boom, you should know what you're doing by now. Not like winning races, but you should be knowing how to run near the front and be consistent in a Joe Gibbs car. And he has not done that. Consistently, I should say. But like, just give him time. Like, there's no more time to be given. People need to stop making excuses for their drivers. If they're not performing well, I will say something, and I'm not gonna beat around the bush and be like, seriously? Be like, oh yes, I'm so sorry. Sorry for offending you. No, I'm not gonna bullshit and tiptoe around everyone's feelings about their driver. No. I'll say what I want to say without any bias or nothing. I will admit sometimes I get pissy when Chase does something stupid on track. So, and I get nervous and all that. So, on that note, how do people not see that Chase can, and most likely is a championship favorite? Like, he can make it to the Final Four. I strongly believe that. Clint Bowyer's is not. I don't know. He may have won at Martinsville, but I don't think he can do it again. Logano is a so-so. But again, they keep talking about, oh, Harvick this, Busch that, It's like, there's more drivers than just those two, and yes, they're strong speed-wise, but when it comes down to like performing, they haven't done much of that lately in the playoffs. Only one of those two have won in the playoffs, and that's it. The driver with the most playoff wins this season is Chase. So, because Brad won the first playoff race, then it was Kyle Busch, then Ryan Blaney won the Roval. Then it was Chase at Dover. Roll, then Chase again yesterday. So 2, and the rest, everyone else had 1. So he has 3 wins this year. He can win 2 more. Martinsville and Phoenix. Maybe Texas. But Texas is a little bit of a struggle. But we have had solid performances there where he's finished in the top 5 and top 10 a lot of the times. So, and for people like some people complain so much about how many posts these like social outlets post about Chase, like when he wins. Like, realize this is the playoffs. Anytime someone wins, they're gonna post numerous posts about the winner. With Almirola last week, they just milked that shit to death because it was like, oh, the underdog story, the heartwarming woe was me thing. They did that all week, and when they post like not even 24 hours later about Chase, they're like, oh my god, enough, and this is so annoying. I'm like, it's been less than 24 hours, people. When Busch gets this kind of attention, no one says shit, but when it comes to Chase, why is it any different? He's just another driver. Why is this any different? Overall, it's just another driver, but he got so much praise and this and that, and every post was just like, there's no complaining about how many they were posting about him, but when it comes to Chase, it's like a whole different story. So I don't understand why people hate Chase so much. People think he's the golden boy and golden child of the sport when he's really not. He just is consistent. He's super good out of like all the young drivers. He's been the most consistent, in my opinion. So it is what it is. Hey, I'm my driver all you want, but he's just gonna keep on winning and proving you guys wrong. So going to Martinsville this week.